Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe, turn on notification. We all gotta say, we all gotta do it. And I absolutely hate AI. I really do. That's something I'm really not a fan of. I see the benefits of it, but I absolutely see the negatives as well. And I gotta say, man, for now, for the situation that we live in right now, it has more negatives, morally, ethically, and yeah. Because when now that every business like wants to like move to AI, they want to build the data centers, they want to invest in AI, they want to switch their model completely to a different type so that they can cut costs, they can save money and whatsoever. And I think out of a business perspective, it's absolutely smart. But then in the end, out of a morally perspective, it's not that smart. And I mean, like, not smart. It's not morally. It's not good. It's just not good because like you kick a lot of people out of the onto the streets, and in the end, you got no customers. Maybe they do, and we'll see right now because that's what the video is all about. First of all, I want to start like with the short reaction video. I want to react to the what one person that Jeff Geerling has to say, that guy, and then afterwards I wanna tell you my sides, like how the prices are affected, like how we deal with the prices here in Switzerland, because like all we see is the US and the global marketplace, but like I want to show you like from our local vendor like the prices. So let's do it.
Inflation comes for us all, and if you're not affected yet, just wait. I was building a new PC last month using some parts I had bought earlier this year. This 64GB T-Create DDR5 memory kit cost $209 back then, and it's right there on the sticker. Today, this same exact thing from the same place costs $650. That's over 3 times.
I was about to say that's 300%, bro. It's 300%. And it's all because like a surge. We had that surge once back then in like 2020, I think, when PS5 had absolutely no supply. All of the demand was here. Sure, fair, there was scalpers, but back then there was about the crypto business. And because of the crypto guys, all of these gummy people, I just want to say yeah, whatever, man. They no, I shouldn't be sugarcoating it. They're absolutely wrong for that. And like they use all of the CPUs and all of those PC components back in the day to really like yeah to mine Bitcoin, and everybody had problems. I mean like there were tons of memes and videos where like the PC components were hanging outside of the building like a AC unit. I mean, what the
It's expensive.
300%.
And just in the past week, we found out Raspberry Pis increasing their single board computer prices, Micron's killing the Crucial brand of RAM and storage
Yeah.
devices completely, meaning there's now going to be one fewer consumer memory manufacturer, Samsung
Yeah, I saw that as well, and we'll get back to that in a minute.
can't even buy RAM from themselves to build their own smartphones, and small vendors like Libra Computer and Mono are seeing RAM prices double, triple, or even worse, and they're not even buying the latest RAM tech. I think PC builders might be the
They're not even buying it. So who's buying it then? I like the video. I really like it. I haven't seen it. That's why I made my own research. I wanted to find a video, and the thumbnail talked to me. So that's why I clicked on it. But for now, gotta say, giving him a like. Let's keep it going.
First crowd that was directly impacted in such a visceral way. Just look at this insane graph from PC Parts Picker showing RAM prices going from like 30 to 120 bucks for
I have the same.
DDR4, or like a
Yeah, I almost have the same. Let's see what the people have to say. I got the same graph, so I go into that a little bit more. But I'm not a PC guy. I mean, like I'm recording my stuff from a MacBook and everything. That's my first setup. I mean, for me to hear that is absolutely heartbreaking.
$150 to $500 for 64 gigs of DDR5. But the impacts are only just starting to hit other markets. Almost every modern device has memory chips in it nowadays. Like Labor Computer mentioned on Twitter, a single 4GB module of LPDDR4 memory.
Every technology has a CPU, like a chip in it. Like I said, I'm not a PC guy. I'm not a tech guy. I am absolutely not. The only thing I have right here is like a MacBook, and I paid good money for it. And I know MacBook have good biceps, and they got a lot of power in them. Maybe you gotta have it for the right reason. Video editing, music, it's one of the best. MacBook is ahead of them. But man, these prices are already like at the ceiling. You can't get any higher than that. And now with that, it's about to even be high. It will affect everything. We talked about that AI stuff, how it affected businesses, employment. That was one of my last videos, and how it even affects prices. And the prices affect employment as well. The employment status will be terminated.
Costs $35 now. That's literally more expensive than every other component on one of their single board computers put together. You can't survive selling products at a loss, so once the current production batches are sold through, more prices are going to start going up. The
Yeah.
smaller the company, the worse the price hit will be. Even Raspberry Pi,
The smaller the company, the worse the hit. I agree. What will they do? What will they do? If you depend on this kind of stuff, you're done. Either you have the money to implement AI to spend to spend the cost, or you go back to pencil and pen and paper.
I'm sure has a little more margin built in, is raising their board prices already. Cameras, gaming consoles, tablets, almost anything that has memory is gonna get hit. I can't believe I'm saying this, but compared to the current market, Apple's insane memory price gouging is actually in line with the rest of the industry now. The reason all this is happening, of course, is chalked up to AI. And I have no clue if there's any price fixing going on. That's something that conspiracy theorists can debate in the comments. But the problem is there's only a few companies producing all the world's memory supply. And these companies all realize they can make billions more dollars making RAM just for AI data centers and just forget about the rest of the market. So they're shutting down their consumer memory lines and devoting.
They completely. It's like the principle of politics again. Here, it's a big club, and we ain't in it. They're just cutting out the consumer bases completely.
All production capacity to AI data centers. Even companies like GPU board manufacturers are getting shafted too. NVIDIA's not giving memory to them along with their chips like they used to, basically saying, good luck, you're on your own for VRAM now. And that's
Damn,
especially rich coming from NVIDIA because
damn.
they're profiting obscenely off of all this stuff. Anyway, that's all bad enough, but some people see a silver lining here. I've seen some people saying, well, once the AI bubble bursts, at least we'll have a ton of cheap hardware flooding the market for like home labs. And yes, in past decades, that might be one outcome. But the problem here is the RAM that they're making, a ton of it is either integrated into specialized GPUs that won't run on normal computers, or being fitted into special types of memory modules that also don't work on normal computers. That and the GPUs and servers being deployed now don't even run on normal power and cooling. They're part of these massive server systems that take a ton of effort to get running, and you wouldn't even be.
Damn, look at this. Pegatron, Nvidia. What is that? Yeah, I mean,
able to do that in like the most well-equipped home labs. All this to say, we might be hitting a weird era where the PC building hobby is gutted, SBCs get prohibitively expensive, and anyone who didn't stockpile parts earlier this year is pretty much out of luck. I mean, even Lenovo admits to stockpiling RAM, making this kind of like the
Toilet paper back in COVID, yeah. But that, oh my God. How, bro?
paper situation back in 2020, but for giant corporations. There's not enough supply, so the people who can afford to get some will buy it all up, hoping to stave off the shortages that will probably now last a little longer.
Nah, bro. Yeah, I found the exact same article. Come on. Micron will continue crucial consumer product shipments through the consumer channel until the end of fiscal. They will finish it. They have just enough consumer, like they have the people who buy the stuff, so that's why they can, yeah, it's possible for them to switch and cut out the consumer bases completely. Micron left, so yeah, all these parts, all these parts, all these parts are like used to build AI stuff in the in businesses. They use all of those PC components to build data centers, switch from hardworking people, labor. I mean, like it's literally what it's called, to computers. But what happens to the people? Yeah, the people being replaced, but that's a whole nother story. So that's why there's more bad than good. Call of Duty uses AI to create calling cards. All the big businesses. That's why, see, all the big businesses are buying up all the stuff. So that's why there's nothing left for the consumer bases. Businesses, tech giants, electronic conglomerates, everybody is buying up all the stuff. So like that consumer bases are left with nothing. That's basically it. The PC industry here is heading for the next supply crisis. AI boom leads to storage shortage and price. Everybody wants AI, and we will experience something completely crazy. There's just like he really summarized it very well in the video, and I just have to say there's some articles as well. I will show them to you. I will talk about them, but it's absolutely crazy that all of the big tech companies, like it's like remember when that meeting happened when Trump and all the big tech guys, when BlackRock poured a lot of money into these businesses? BlackRock poured a lot of stuff into these businesses. Where was that meme? But I have to find that. BlackRock invests in big tech companies. Yeah, look at this. Nvidia Corporation, number one, portfolio, 6.56%. 7.3%. They own 73% of Nvidia. There was that. Where was that meme? It's not really a meme, but like, yeah, I think that was it. That's where, yeah. See where they invested, even with a T. Yeah, it's absolutely wild. They invested in all of these companies BlackRock invested in them. It doesn't take that long because if you're not converting to AI, if you fail to hit, if you fail to like change your business model while everybody's doing it, you're gonna go under. And that's why everybody's like almost panicking. It's for real the same stuff with the toilet papers and COVID. Everybody's panicking. We gotta go. We gotta stack up. We gotta. That's exactly what's happening. It's crazy to think about that. These are the prices here. Digitech. That's a local vendor in our country. Look at this. Like the one in the video said, they stockpiling GPUs and RAMs like it's toilet paper. They even said it themselves. Samsung can't produce for themselves. So like imagine like what's gonna happen. I mean like I wanted to buy one. Like I mentioned before, I have a Mac PC, like a laptop. That's what I'm using for streaming and video editing, and it works. That one's from 2020. So, but my goal is to own a PC as well for myself. That's my goal. But after that, I mean, like, damn, bro, PC hobbying, the PC building community was completely shredded with that. There's not a lot of show anymore because yeah, these are the CPU price. He used the same website that I did. Look at this. CPUs, they were here and now. Okay, I mean, like, if you look at the CPUs, it's been more or less the same, but that's since last year. Oh, only since last year. Only since last year. More or less the same. AI implementation. Look at this point where the cursor is. I got fired. I got replaced by AI. Or like they wanted to cost. They want to save money. And I was one of the people. I had an internship. I wanted like to pursue my bachelor degree and go back to university and keep on doing that. But like exactly here, absolutely crazy to think about that now. Monitors, yes, and this video cards. Sora AI, does that say something? Sora, all of that AI stuff to use video. It doesn't take much to create a voice. We had voice changer like 5 to 10 years ago, where somebody put like an amplifier in front of the sound of the mic, and you could generate like you could create a different kind of voice. But yeah, it's a big club, and we ain't in it. If it's politic, tech companies, they're circle jerking the money. That's what they're doing. They doesn't care. They do not care about us. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So the big the big orange guy, yeah, we'll see how everything turns out. And but with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy. I'm not, yeah, it's one of the first videos, but I think I'm improvising. I'm doing better. If you have any thoughts, anything that I could do better, please tell me. What are your thoughts on the RAM prices? You have a, do you guys already have a computer or not? So tell me what you guys been experiencing. And with that being said, later.